श्री रामचंद्र कृपालु भज मन हरण भव भय दारुणम्। श्री रामचंद्र कृपालु भज मन हरण भव भय दारुणम्। नवकंजलोचन कंजमुखकर कंजपदकंजारुणम्। कंदर्पगणित अमित छवि नवनीलनीरज सुन्दरम्। पटपीतमानहु तडितरुचिशुचि नौमि जनकसुतावरम्। श्रीराम श्रीराम राम राम सिया राम। श्रीराम श्रीराम राम राम सिया राम। श्री रामचंद्र कृपालु भज मन हरण भव भय दारुणम्। श्री रामचंद्र कृपालु भज मन हरण भव भय दारुणम्। नवकंजलोचन कंजमुखकर कंजपदकंजारुणम्। कंदर्पगणित अमित छवि नवनीलनीरज सुन्दरम्। पटपीतमानहु तडितरुचिशुचि नौमि जनकसुतावरम्। श्रीराम श्रीराम राम राम सिया राम। श्रीराम श्रीराम राम राम सिया राम।
Ram Father.
Ram Ram. Okay. Am I audible to everyone?
I still feel triggered by the TV, and today I threw the remote off the balcony. I didn't do anything. I mean, I don't know, yeah. And I don't, these days, I don't feel so. I avoid telling you things.
Acha.
I don't, yeah. Yeah, that's it. Like, I feel there's really something to it's. For many days, the thought has come again and again that there really is something to the TV. Sometimes I feel like it just sucks out all the joy that I built up during sadhana. I come out and I feel like my father also sits in a fortress of noise, random, pointless, blah 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 all the time, and he's so peaceful amidst it, and I get so triggered by it, and I don't know why that happens, and I don't know why that happens. Yeah, Chat GPT give me things, but that was before. But I really don't know why. Something about it.
And it comes to your room and it bothers your sadhana.
No, when I step out,
When you
the
step
moment today it was, I couldn't even hold, like, I just threw it away, broke the remote from the balcony. Yeah.
So when you step out, that's when you encounter the.
Yeah.
And that step out is to spend time with them, or
Kind of sometimes just for a change. Been locked up in my room for a few hours, and then
yeah,
sometimes I need to also.
yeah. How is he, or how are they without the noise?
I haven't really observed them much without it.
It's always there. Because what happens many times, is that to drown out the oppressive mind, many people just constantly have music on, many people constantly may have some TV on. I have to say, when this body was quite unwell those days, and I was not getting sleep with this, one of the symptoms was just very erratic sleep. I would constantly have something in the night. I would constantly have some YouTube, either bhajan or satsang or something on. I don't know how that helped or what it did, but it was.
I also watch satsangs, bhajans, many things like that. But there are some things I also sometimes chosen all that I don't watch on TV, but there are content which doesn't have that effect. But this just it draws you out, and then it just keeps hacking at you with pointless. I feel violated, like kind of it's so. I don't know really. It's just.
In itself, it all does all that.
I don't know. That's how it seems.
That's
to me.
good to observe that. Whether the noise in itself does all of that, or because
It's
we
not
have.
even loud noise. That's the thing.
Yeah.
It's not the volume.
Yeah.
It's just non-stop chatter, and
Right.
something I get. It. I think it sucks out something from within me. I feel that like some sort of dementor sucks out Harry Potter, like in those dementors, he feels something. This sounds absurd, but I feel that I just, in a few moments, it's like I haven't done sadhana only. It's like that I feel. Sometimes news, I don't know, something. I don't know what it is.
I have the same thing, Father. Exactly what you described.
Yes.
May not be at that time duration like he's saying, but so I just don't come out when the TV is on. And to answer your question, I've reflected on
can I make peace with that sound? I can for some time, but then to listen to Arnab yelling after a while, it's just it's not the sound. Like today, I was in the MRI machine for 40 minutes, and I don't know if you've been in an MRI, right? It's this crazy banging, and I was like very free in the MRI, and it became kind of a pleasurable sound at like after 5 minutes. But like energetically, when somebody's voice is laden with anger, people are yelling at each other, it's very hard to remove that emotional charge. You got to be really like be able to.
It's not fun. I agree with you.
The nonsense also this, like one grain of sense now.
But how to help Shiv in the situation is the question. Noise cancelling headphones? No?
Not at all.
No? That's
Not
what?
at all.
What is it?
Inside, noise cancelling inside, yeah.
Noise cancelling inside.
This time, Father, when I was at home, no? When I was like, you want to transmit this? Yeah.
I wear my headphones and I'm listening all the time because the silence gets my mind, so I listen to satsang or bhajans or something or the other, white noise. It really helps.
I don't know if it's just my mind or...
No, it's like if it is what he's like, what the kind of news that he's talking.
And it's absurd to say it, but sometimes I just feel even if it's on mute, I'm just looking away from it, but this ChatGPT gave me this interpretation. I couldn't understand it, and it told me it's because those contrasting colors, those blasts that come out, they're designs, and the text keeps changing, comes and goes. It's designed to draw your attention.
Yeah.
And this, I'm grateful for ChatGPT because it gives me something to say, but otherwise it's just, I don't, it might be wrong also, but there's something about it that just, it's very, I won't use the word rape, it's like that, it's, you get raped just sitting there. Something, the thing is, it's without your consent also. You don't want to do it, but it just pulls you. That's that element of it. I just want to. And the way it's so. Why? I think consent, that angle is there to it. I don't know.
What about your chanting? It continues?
I do chanting and then I step out, and maybe I wasn't doing it at that time. I don't know what, but it was just after 2 hours of that. Did I stop? Maybe, I don't know, but
the contrast fell too much after your prayer.
Yeah, and it's over time also. This happens over and over and over. And I let it go many times, but sometimes it just...
This also reminded me, funnily enough, my mother, she has a TV on 24/7, and I think what it is also the reason why it gets to one. If I'm honest, I think it's like it definitely is helping her to block her thoughts out completely. It's very evident, like from morning to night to listen to CNN, the same thing again and again. But it also shows that we actually, in a way, we recognizing that index was bugging us, because we are seeing that even we do that, but maybe not with the TV, but we are doing it with our phones, and we are doing it with various things which we think are more sophisticated ways of switching out, zoning out. I think so.
I was noticing my parents, no, this time when I was at home, I feel like they've discovered these OTT platforms and they are just binging on movies day and night. And I find it, like, I feel like they have something going on for them, because it's very hard. Like, I feel like otherwise their lives are very dry, you know. They don't know what to, like, anchor themselves with. So just watching a movie, just occupying their mind, just helps them sort of, at least my dad, I know that it makes him less anxious. And with my mom also, she has in the evening at 9 p.m. they'll they'll switch on the movie for news, and it'll be at a loud noise. But it seems like that's their routine, and they just helps them, like, in some way.
It's funny because it's also my topic of the day.
Yes.
Yeah, I wanted to bring this on. I just feel like a complete junkie, completely sucked in the. So at the moment it's just hours.
With what,
and
social media?
Yeah, and also my business at the moment, trying to create my mentoring, I don't know how to say, and other things, but related to my work mainly, and also social media. And the mind is so tricky, it makes the, like, satsangs and everything related to that super boring. So it's rare, even though, for instance, I love to sing and, like, I love music, even that, it's difficult for me to just press play. And so sometimes it's going to just run in the back of my mind, but not, like, really focused, you know. And felt and devoted, not at all, not much. Today I was able to listen to Friday Satsang, maybe 20 minutes, half an hour. But I feel I'm very hectic, very restless, very ADHD actually, you know. And I've realized that a few months ago. It's like I cannot focus on one task, except, like, from satsang, you know. And I really feel that it's a byproduct of social media, you know, like this attention span has diminished, like, crazily, because I need a constant gratification, or, you know. And my eyes are burning. Yesterday I think I was not scrolling, but I was with a Claude, you know, kind of AI, until 2:30, like, a.m., you know. Yes. And I know it's just like self harm. Yeah, killing my eyes, my sight, my even, like, lacking sleep, and you know, the only almost solace that I have is, you know, when you arrive and in your presence, it's like, oh yes, again, you know, some rest. But can we have you all the time with us? Is
That's
possible?
the point of satsang.
I know, it's really difficult to. I feel like a slave, you know, Father, just powerless.
Yes.
Because I know, I very much know, you know, that a little prayer can get me back to it.
Yes.
But the mind is so cunning, and there's so much resistance.
Yes.
And to keep on this, because I know that I'm going to leave in kind of less than 2 weeks. And I know this is what I was telling you. Please, let's find a 3 months period where I can come back, because otherwise you're not going to see me in 1 year. It's not so important for you, but for me, I'm not gonna see you for 1 year. And I very much know that I'm in total zombie mode, you know. And some things are fun and nice, but I mean, nothing compared to this, Father. And what is it gonna be like? My life, like 3/4 of the time, like complete zombie, and not even
I
three
like
quarters.
how you say zombie.
Hmm?
How you say zombie?
Zombie? Zombie?
A very nice French.
How do you say zombie?
Zombie sounds nice.
Yeah, in French, even zombie sound.
I'll make a song.
She actually will.
There's already one. It's already taken.
Nobody knows about that one.
Oh no, nobody. Yeah, not even 3/4 of the time, because even when I'm here, it's like, you know, like 10% of the time that we get to spend some time with you. So the proportion is like.
Yes, let's find that time that you can be in satsang, and really the point of this outer satsang is so that we can be in the inner satsang throughout our lives. What is the medicine you're taking?
Repeating God's name, Ram.
Yes.
Singing my own songs, really.
So throughout the day you're trying to take Ram?
Yes. Also.
So when you were working with Claude till 2:30, Ram was going on?
No. No, it's either a dedicated time. Sometimes I try at the same time, but
it's tough. Yeah.
I mean, it's very small compared to the rest of activities. I also have a mantra from Amma that I got 12 years ago, and that I repeat since a few months, a little bit.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's ridiculous, Father. It's not even close to, I would say, 10 minutes.
Are you starting your day with that?
So that's the thing. I pray, and even recently, my last thought was really like a conscious prayer that I would wake up with God. And when I did that, the morning after, I woke up with a smile on my face, a smile in the heart, and in Ram.
Yeah.
It was very beautiful. But then, this morning I saw myself like getting the phone, like opening my eyes, getting the phone, just to check WhatsApp messages, and just gone for half an hour. And then, so sometimes I try to trick myself like, okay, I'm gonna do some Qigong, but repeating Ram in the same time. Also when I eat, especially fruits, because I try to eat mainly fruits at the moment. So I pray.
Surabhi had a good impact on everyone. Surabhi?
Surabhi.
Everyone in Bangalore is eating fruits.
Yes. Yes. Thanks to Surabhi. Thank you, Surabhi. So I make a prayer, and I try to remember God as I'm eating, and I also.
So what if we don't open your eyes till you're with God?
Yeah. Okay.
That's what sometimes I try to do it, because I know once WhatsApp starts and all this email and all these distractions start, then it could be difficult. So what I feel to do is just waking state comes, eyes are still closed, don't worry about what time it is, just start taking God's name or whatever practice you're doing till you don't feel centered. Only then open your eyes, because this visual stimulus is the strongest one probably.
like surfers on the beach, you know, or a fire. It's like
It provides the most food for the mind. It
yeah.
provides the most. Yeah. We see things and we start judging, we start interpreting, we start wanting, we start doing all of that. So just keep your eyes closed for some extra time.
Okay. Is it okay still lying down, or you would recommend to sit?
Okay.
It's okay, because I already told you, but I don't know why I have also this kind of idleness. I don't know if it's laziness. It's definitely resistance. I don't know why I cannot sit. You know, make myself sitting, have myself sitting and reciting. It's either in movement or lying down. Or it's and I really feel also the difference when I'm sitting. You know,
Yes, yes.
if so many sages say to sit, it's
Yes.
for a reason, right?
Yes. You see, but remember that perfect is the enemy of the good.
Yeah, right.
So if you don't
It's
do
better
it
lying down than nothing.
at all, if you say, unless I sit, I won't do it, and you're not going to sit, then you're not going to do it. So, we have to start somewhere, because we have the most potent force in the universe. By God's grace, we have His name.
And also,
I feel like, sorry, if I may add, the problem happens because we are not able to see the level difference between the two things. You see? That when we are taking God's name or remembering Him for a moment versus doom scrolling on social media, do we really recognize the contrast? You know, somewhere even at a physical level we do, somewhere even the outer. But if you were to rely on our heart, we'll see that it is a huge difference. It is just like swimming in the Ganga versus like, I'm not trying to use impolite words, but just you can imagine.
Mud.
This is
Mud
in
lake.
mud. Let's say mud. So it is really like that. You see? But I feel like because we have made our spirituality also an aspect of my worldly life, therefore we are not able to yet see the contrast. You see? So I take God's name so that I am at peace and I am not so. All those things happen. I am happier, I am peaceful, but we are not remembering, and the mind doesn't want us to remember that in taking God's name, we are actually taking a spaceship out of this universe. You see? No fuel cost, no ticket, nothing. We are taking a spaceship out of this universe and not just exploring this outer Mars, Jupiter, or Venus, outside the Milky Way. We are exploring heaven itself, where God lives. You see? The force of Maya, which is the mind, doesn't want us to dwell on this point. Where do we go when we take God's name? Where does the peace come from? Where does the love come from? So it has normalized it into just a part of day-to-day life. Like we can do the same thing with the inquiry also. I just ask, who am I? And then, I've had when I was emphasizing mostly on just the inquiry, I used to get these reports that the inquiry doesn't work. Earlier I used to be peaceful because of it. Now I don't get peace with the inquiry and things like that. But what does the inquiry actually do?
It erases.
It takes us beyond space-time to where true revelation happens of what I really am. You see? So, I don't have better words, but these supernatural activities that we call spirituality, you see, have been So normalized, equalized, the mind has equalized them as, okay, this is something I do for peace, this is something I do for entertainment, this is, because it can't fathom what is really happening in the spiritual life, in the spiritual process. You see? So, and it won't really fathom this. It is only in that heart knowledge, in that intuitive insight, can we really know what is it that we are doing when we are involving ourselves just in Maya, and what is it that happens when we use the tools that spirituality, the sages have given to us. So, why am I saying this? Not to get us to feel guilty, but just to inspire us, to put us in that awe. You see, the awe, that's why I'm trying to bring the awe back this year. Where is the awe in our spirituality? Where is the wonder that I'm able to call his name? I'm able to call her name. You see, I'm able to inquire into my highest reality as pure awareness itself, as Nirguna Brahman. Where is that recognition happening? You see, it is not imagination, it is not memory, it is not visualization. Where does that happen? Where are we taken for us to see that? We are brought face to face with the birthing ground of the universe itself. In fact, the birthing ground of the birthing ground of the universe itself. You see? So don't allow your mind to give you this story that with my spirituality, then if I do 30 minutes of prayer, then my day is peaceful, and so it becomes too normalized. You see? And I'm really ranting against our normalized spirituality, or just self-help spirituality. See, what is happening? What is spirituality? It is not a biological, biochemical, physical, it's none of these processes. It is where all that took birth. It is where all that intelligence rests which gave birth to this intelligent universe. No committee of humans decided that these are the laws of physics. We can say that, yes, I know. You see? But we are only deciphering, we are only observing and making note of our observations about how this intelligence works. None of us has the power to create that intelligence. In faith, all these things are revealed. But to grow in our faith, you see, we have to sit in that holy place. But sitting in that holy place, don't make it. See, there are pros and cons. When TM started Transcendental Meditation, it took meditation all over the world. Like my father meditated the first time because he took a TM class, maybe in the late 80s, and we were in the Middle East at that time. So that is a good thing, that it's popularized it. But there's also the downside, which is that it became like a day-to-day normal activity. You see, meditation or our spiritual sadhana is that which is beyond the scope of universal phenomena. Like we are brought to that place where we get a new set of eyes to see God's reality, you see, and spending time with God, which is the true satsang, you see, breaks down all of this conditions that we have, the vasanas that we have, you see. But spending more and more time in Maya then grows those tendencies, grows that conditioning. So this is the literal Mahabharata within us, no? The literal battlefield within us is that instant seeming gratification which Maya seems to offer us, and to the mind the nothing that our spirituality offers to us. Okay? What happens? You go sit in stillness. Oh, so am I supposed to just blank my mind and sit in that blank? Okay, then what will happen? Oh, I'll feel peaceful for the rest of the day. It's a very, very tiny way of looking at what our spirituality is. You see, it is a huge privilege, and it is full of awe and wonder. It is full of awe and wonder, because who are we? Like, how much we have normalized in the last 50 years, how much we have normalized living in God's presence. With good intention. Okay, Maharaj's photo is not here right now, but Maharaj saying, I just stayed with the sense I am for 3 years. He's talking about he's spent 3 years in the presence of the Lord of the universe. But unfortunately, in translations, and then when it comes like Chinese whispers, it will become like a pseudo-mechanical, I don't know why I say pseudo, but a mechanical process where we are just like, oh, there's this sense I am within us, and then I spend time in the sense I am, and then I realize who I really am. I have insight into the I itself. It sounds very, where is the wonder in that? Where is the beauty in that?
Father, what I can't understand is I wouldn't have glimpses and experiences of the immense beauty and of this. I could understand that, it's difficult, just to get oneself to do the thing without results.
Yeah.
But how come that having sensed and been and seen the beauty, the rest, the peace, the love of this, that I just don't run towards this like every morning, Yes. Even sometimes.
It is because there is a competing force. If there wasn't a competing force, so that competing force has also tools at its disposal. Browse, scroll, social media, and like you're all saying, Shiv, Naren, everybody said that they're designed to give us whatever dopamine and all of these things to feel good. So in our mind's view, that is a more predictable way of feeling better, because many times in our prayer we get frustrated. It's not every time that we have those beautiful, that's why we call them glimpses. It's not every time that we see the immense beauty of it. Many times we feel like we are in a battleground and we are having to push our prayer and nothing is happening. We are not able to focus. You see, all of these things happen. So, and the mind doesn't say, I'm going to take your whole day from you. You see, it just says, let me just check this one thing.
Father,
Yeah.
can you create an app? Instagram app,
Yeah.
Instagod.
Instagod.
Like every 6 seconds, shtoom, we get a glimpse of God. Please.
It's sweet what you're saying. And I hear you, but and you know the answer, but because the inner journey is very different from anything that can be created, outer app.
Say it again.
The inner journey, where in the Atma's grace, what unfolds, the revelations, the beauty, the truth that unfolds in that grace is not something that can be outwardly replicated in any system. And thank God for that. And I'm as much a technologist as many people, but thank God that we are not able to reproduce that, because it will not be beyond this universe. You see, no matter what technology we create, we cannot leave this realm of time and space unless it is through the hand holding of the Atma itself.
Yeah, but it could be like inquiry, or powerful.
There are many apps like that.
Yeah.
There are many apps like that already, I don't know for inquiry what is the one, but most ashrams in India have apps. For Catholics, there's an app called Hallow. Hallow? Yeah. So that is there, it's very beautiful. There are many apps like that. You see, but the mind doesn't want that. It'll download and keep also say, I'll do this. It doesn't want.
Just put a stopwatch for half an hour, for every half an hour, because at least or 15 minutes, it cuts your, it kind of reminds you, like, what am I really doing here? And then you can stop.
Yes.
I tried it a few days, it really worked,
Yeah.
because I could see I was wasting a lot.
So first is to remember the wonder and awe about this. Second is to remember that it is not the mind which will say so wonderful, so awesome. Because the mind will say so boring, nothing happening to me. What is he talking about? I can't meet it like that. For me, it's very different. All this nonsense will come from the mind itself. So remember, it is designed to do that. What is that which we call resistance? You said resistance, massive resistance. You see, what is resistance? Yes, it doesn't want to let go, no? When Aslan gets a tissue in his mouth, he could love us like more than anything in the world, but if we try to take that tissue from his mouth, he'll bite us like he'll forget who we are. The same way when Maya has us, you see, doesn't want to let us go. The Atma is pulling us, come back home. It's like, no, what about this? See this, what happened in the world. See this, what is happening. What about this? You haven't solved this. What about, you see, so it keeps offering so that we don't leave. Exhausting. You see? But exhaustion is a product of Maya. The rest is a product of Atma. You see? True rest only comes from the Atma itself. So, it's good to notice these things, to bring them up, like we have in this conversation, and to then take the medicine. Just take it. Okay, it's not helping, still take it. You see? If the mind will conclude it's not helping me, it's not working. Or it will conclude it's helping so much that I never need to take another medicine again. It has those things also. That is just, I am beyond all of this. You see? But in either case, keep taking this medicine. It can't do you harm.
So Father, when we're talking mind attacks, right?
Yes.
So I was like, in a way,
They're getting the mic to you fast because they're being compassionate.
That's okay.
They don't want you to do the transcript.
The mind attacks we talk about, I was like, that's what, always associating them like with the intense feelings, that mental thoughts, like very, very intense, like what are you doing wasting your time in satsang, or for example, and something that really overwhelms you. And so I was thinking, I don't have these thoughts, I'm like smooth sailing. But now today, this conversation, this scrolling and this wasting time is also a mind attack.
Of course.
It's a mind attack.
Anything, Maya is the stealer of time. You see, anything that takes time away from God's presence is Maya. And Maya is mind attack. You see, it uses the mind as its primary tool. No me without the mind. There is no me, no mind. Yes, attack, I see what your question is. Your question is, the word attack can make it seem like when we have those, anger bouts or very strong frustration, these kind of things. No?
But actually every day it's attacking us slowly.
Constantly. Maya's play is constantly trying to hypnotize.
Yeah.
So maybe hypnosis is a better word.
Yes, it can be hypnosis, doesn't have to be attack.
It doesn't have to. If attack sounds like that, then just
In fact, the hypnosis is more dangerous. Attack, you know.
yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So that thing of vigilance, Rama, where you were saying that. I was hearing a satsang from before, and you talked about the difference between the checker guy and vigilance. And I remember what vigilance was basically every moment to see who am I choosing. Am I, it's not like you're. Who are you really staying with? Am I staying with Maya or am I staying with God? That's the only vigilance that's needed, is to just check where have I gone.
Exactly.
And I was like,
You see, because the checker guy will give you mental conclusions. You see, and we are feeling better about ourselves. You see, I spotted it. This is what I'm doing. You see, but we haven't yet gone to God. So we just visiting various compartments of our prison cell, thinking that we are getting out of oppression. So instead of that, we need to leap out of that mental oppression and go to God's presence. That is vigilance. It's tricky because the mind offers us conclusions as a replacement for God's presence. Understanding, like now I have understood this. So what? Suppose you understood everything. So what? You see, that no matter what amount of understanding will it bring us to the darshan of God outside this realm of time and space? Will it bring us to the origin point of consciousness itself? Can't do it through any understanding. You may stuff your head more and more and more and more and more. You see? So I'm not saying there is no point of understanding. The understanding of some key pointers may be useful. Really, the understanding that the highest truth cannot be understood is very useful. You see? So negation in our understanding of understanding itself may be useful understanding. But really, are we in our spirituality endeavoring to escape this illusory, temporary space which seems to occupy us so much? And we've really lost our wonder about any of these things because we think we know. You see? We think we know, which means we don't actually know. I have 5 concepts that seem to put together a rational explanation, so we think we know. Otherwise, the fact that we dream, you see, should be a very awesome concept. We experience pain, pleasure, we don't run out of a dream, we don't come to the edge of the dream and say, okay, now this was the extent of what the dream is. We are able to project an entire universe, we have a past, we experience a future, all of that. Where does it happen? What power within us happen? You see? And we say, oh, now this is what the brain does, this portion of the brain gets activated. And we know these 4-5 things and we take the wonder out of it. You see? So, but with intelligence put that into place. So reality is knocking at our door constantly, and our learnt knowledge is fighting it. We may think that it's helping it, you see, but it's fighting it. And we don't have faith that there's a deeper place of knowing. Yeah.
Explain this faith
Yeah. Now it's a tricky thing to explain because the way I look at faith is to trust that which my heart is telling me more than any other mode of knowledge could be telling me. You see? Now I realize the trouble in that definition, you see, because the starting point itself is what the heart is telling me. So for those of us who feel like we don't have access to what the heart is saying yet, then what can we have faith in? No? So what we have to have faith in then is the words in Satsang. If we have considered somebody our teacher, then we have faith in their pointing, where they are leading us, and that will bring us to heart insight. And then we can start to trust that which the heart is showing us. In trying to be faithful, we learn how to be faithful. We grow in our faith. And it is through the eyes of faith itself that we will be in God's presence. You see? We will not find God, we will not find Atma-darshan without the eyes of faith. You see? Because we are trying to... What I mean by that is that if we rely on our senses and our mind as the bringers of truth and God, then it's never going to happen. So, if the mind doesn't have the capacity to doubt it, or doesn't have the propensity to doubt it, then most likely it is not something that you know in faith. You know, because the mind will always say, did you really find this in your heart? Did you really come to Atma Darshan? Are you really finding that which is perceivable, unperceivable? It will say, I am not finding that. I don't see what you're talking about. You see? And we must be able to look at it in the face. I mean, we can't see his face, but just being poetic, we must be able to look at it face to face and say, no, you are not invited to that party. So don't ask me what I found there, because you are not invited into that holy chamber where God lives. You are just a measurer of phenomenal things. You see? Stay in your lane, like they say. So let the mind stay in its lane. Let your heart do the talking. You see? Let the heart show you what it wants to show you. And you see that your spirituality will grow leaps and bounds if you learn to live like that. You see? Now there's a danger in this, which is that many times conceptual ideas will pose as if they are heart knowledge. You see, then that becomes what we call a blind faith. So we're not talking about andhavishwas or a blind faith. We're talking about really putting in the work, taking the medicine every day till we become clearer and clearer in our heart. You see, till then, listen to the words of the teachers, listen to satsangs, read the scriptures. All these things will help us to deepen and live in that place.
Father, what does the heart say about this weaving thing?
The heart says. I don't feel like it's really giving any direction yet. It is just coming to say that I remember a time in this life that we went and lived in a foreign country, and for various reasons my mother had a psychotic break. Yeah, she just I don't know if you can call it an episode, but for a long period of time, I would come back home and she would say, you know what happened to me, and I was just very young. So she would say, today all my teeth got displaced. You know how normal people have teeth like that? Then she would show me her teeth like in a different place. And for a child, it's very scary to come home to that kind of thing. So every day it was something else, some new thing that she wanted to, and I wanted to come back like any child to a normal, stable home. And my brother was too young he was 3 years younger than me, so he was not really able to comprehend what is going on. So my home situation, which was quite stable, became very unstable very quickly. And my father used to be mostly at work and traveling and things like that. So he found work as the escape from all of these things. So he kept himself busy in that. But like my mother would just sometimes be locked in her room, in the washroom, and not come out for 5-6 hours, and you could hear she's chanting Om Namah Shivaya, and the shower is on, and she's not there, and we little children, we didn't know what to do, how to cope with that situation, because we are banging at the door, she's not coming out, none of this is happening. So I remember that in those days, what became my friend was the TV. I just put it on, block out everything else which was happening and just enjoy Knight Rider and Remington Steel and Street Hawk and Pole Position, all these shows and all of these things. And that became my family, that became my house, these were my friends, all of these things. So for a few years, and then that became a conditioned habit here. Like I feel I watch more TV than most of you watch. Like I'm aware of more shows, I'm aware of more of these things because it became a childhood sort of thing that to rely on the television. So given that my own conditioning has a strong element of this, I don't really know whether I'm able to say. I realize these noisy news programs and people shouting, it can't be good for anybody's mental health or any sort of spiritual health. It can't be good at all. But am I able to prescribe a solution and say, no, this must be switched off, and that is the only right thing to do possibly? Like, I can't imagine what that life of that child would have been if my father had disconnected television at that time from our house. It just like that, and like the Chronicles of Narnia, some of these books just kept these two boys, youngsters, just in some sanity. Otherwise, it was very, very tough. So I don't know if that context is somewhere related also to what your question was, but because my lens will be clouded with some of this conditioning, which is deeply rooted conditioning, I don't know if I'm the best one to offer advice on what to do with that thing. But I do know that for many people, especially in old age, it's not just a means of entertainment or keeping in touch with the world. So, but I can pray, and I have been praying since you brought it up, that may God provide some solution to your heart, to their situation, and may you be free from this conflict in some way. Yeah, so.
You shared about, I want to talk more about.
Yes, please. Mike?
Somehow today also, well, after this incident happened again, I was doing sadhana, and many things related to what you just said, they came up, and they've been coming up for a long time. Like my same situation with me also, my mother she had for like 2 decades throughout my childhood, and undiagnosed, untreated, everything, many things. And of course I watched a lot of TV, I was addicted to it, I enjoyed it, and the content was pretty good, quite creative, and anyway, that aside, but I feel, I don't know, like there's something that came up to say when I was in during sadhana, and I didn't bring it up, but somehow since you said this, I don't know, in relationships and all, many people say mommy issues, daddy issues and all that, and I think there's a lot of that stuff coming up these days, like, and I think what is, like, the Divine Mother is something, I don't know how to say, it's like something that that is suited to my conditioning that I went through. That is why I'm being drawn, and Kali also, like, I myself am a schizophrenic, I've gone mad, my mother was mad, and her aggression and all of that, and that love underneath that also might be some way of addressing all this, like what I'd seen in my mother. Somewhere I felt in spite of all of this, there was some love in there, and I felt she was misunderstood by so many people. My dad didn't understand her, and so many people got violent with her, and that used to feel horrible. And somewhere I think in Kali I'm seeing that aggression itself is love somewhere. And growing up I was very violent, and this anger issues they're all somehow related to that, I feel. And I used to swear a lot, shout a lot, yell a lot, fight a lot. And even in my relationships, I don't know if it's something weird about me, but it really wasn't the physical angle that so much pulled me. I think that feminine touch, that it was more wanting to be seen, wanting to be met, wanting to be comforted, wanting to be touched, wanting to be held. And that many women found weird, because, not weird, they liked it, but I wasn't normal. That's the thing. It wasn't normal, and whenever it got that vulnerable, that stuff would come out. My anger, my abuses, I never hurt anyone physically, but emotionally I've done that a lot, and it was just like, it would just come out. I couldn't hold it back. It was like it was like autopilot, and all this, it's coming out again. And somewhere I was wondering today why. I was fine. I wasn't fine. I was messed up. I was doing drugs. I was drinking. I was suicidal. I was going on some what destination to death or whatever. And then somehow this satsang happened. God called me, and He showed me love amidst all of this, and all of this stuff coming up again and again, hurting people. And in spite of that, you showed me love, God showed me love, Sangha showed me love, and somehow there's no way out of all of this. I'm drawn to that love, but I can't do this virtue business. It's driving me insane, because and somehow I just want, at some point, I'm feeling these days to just, it's the Divine Mother's fault that she loves me, and she's still encouraging me in spite of me doing horrible things, and she still shows me love, and that keeps me hooked. And she doesn't even reprimand me when these things I do, and maybe she understands that it's not so much under my control, but it's like, I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just like, all this stuff came up. I don't know, I just said all that, yeah.
It's very good. Very, very good.
And what you said last time after satsang about just being innocent, and I felt that I want to go back. I don't want to carry all these, like with my mother, always this logic and talking sense. It was a means of coping up with her irrationality, and I don't want to be the sensible one, the clear thought mind, whatever, what word that is, clear thing, the one who thinks clearly, or the one who's sincere, the one who whatever, all of that. Even the sadhaka business about, I don't know, it's been going on for some time with that virtue about me having resistance to that. I was okay with it if it happens on its own, but if I have to do it, I just mess up all the time. And somehow I don't know, I don't know, these days I'm not able to be as open about these things with you for some reason. I don't know why. But with the Divine Mother, I'm able to. I don't know. Maybe it fits there somewhere. And Kali seems to be that fit also for some reason, particularly because of my conditioning. And I can open up to her during my sadhana, and I can just place all this at her feet. But with you, somehow I don't feel that. I want to like just be a kid again, and it's happening now, I guess. So that's good.
Yes.
But I want to really feel like she's the Divine Mother and she's my mother, and
Yes.
just sharing.
It's very beautiful. I'm very touched by beautiful sharing, and you realize that's why we never say no to any question in satsang. You see, because it may seem like, is he talking about the TV? We're talking about Atma Gyan, Atma Darshan. But in the child, behind the question which may be just at the surface, there could be the entire life story embedded, you see. So in that outer representation of that TV and that noise, all our childhood conditioning, all of that, see, both of our cases, this strange device has played quite a interesting role. But in hearing what all you've been through, I'm just so touched by God's grace that He brought you into our lives, into satsang, and He's bringing you more and more. She is bringing you more and more into herself, the Divine Mother. So keep at it, stay with her. She will take care of everything. I am fully, don't feel like I am distant from the Divine Mother because I usually refer to God as Him or something like that. It's not about the gender of God. May she bless you more and more and more.
So inspiring, because you really see the compassion of God, when you hear that, like you really know it to be true. It's not like some story or some strange, something you read, but see her compassion is so deep.
Like, one more thing was, I see like all these saints and they're all so sorted. They lived noble lives or they lived horrible, like Valmiki. He was a dacoit murderer, all that, and then he started sadhana, and then he was already suddenly he just transformed. You didn't hear like he was doing sadhana, then he took up his gun and killed someone, came back and again did sadhana. They were all sorted, and I want to like meet someone who was like messed up, continue to be messed up. Where does this lead? I don't know.
I hear what you're saying. And what happens is that there's a lot of, because the life stories are written by devotees, then all the gray areas, you see, the things which are not the most amazing, most beautiful, they are mostly left out. So that's why I also constantly look for the regularness of the sages, the regularness, so that we can make it approachable, we can make it relatable. So in my stupid naive ways, my way to rebel against sage-like perfection when I started satsang for the first 6-7 years was just wear these printed t-shirts, superhero t-shirts, wearing these things, just like to convey that I'm just as regular, I'm nothing out of the ordinary. Because the minute you read a biography of a sage, you're just like, okay, now that is too far out. This life seems too far from that. So the one that seems to be a sister in this cause is Saint Therese of Lisieux. So she also had the same thing that when she read the life of Saint Augustine, she said, I can't match up to these lives. So she said, no, in my way, just the small thing, what is the small thing I can do today? That is my path to God. So I'm learning a lot from her, this little child, 22, 23-year-old. And she just provided this beautiful pathway of these small things. So little flowers she was called. So she just
With
said,
her, hers is like my God, like when I was psychotic, I don't know how many people I beat up. I broke somebody's nose. I was yelling. I don't know what all I've done, and I think this is part of that has become my groove. And where somewhere Simone Weil somewhat I meet because she has that academician kind of thing, but nobody who's like all the time just violent, angry, abusive, and still somehow God shows love, and then you're like, okay, you can't like abandon that. Like at some point, like in Thiru, like Devki Ma, she just did that, and then afterwards I didn't go to her again. Like if God did that, then that'll be the end of it. I'll go back to my ways. But here it's like there's no changing this, and I don't know who, like you are also like, you're not like this. I mean, you're one of the most holy people I met, the most, yeah. But somebody who's and that's another thing about Kali, like somewhere the other gods and goddesses, it's like I feel they just feel scandalized if I were to come with what the sort of things I do. And with her I see like she's holding a yeah, I'd like to read somebody who's I don't know. Yeah.
But in your framing, your story will be much more exciting than mine.
Much more?
Exciting than mine. In the way you're framing it. And those stories are always the most reassuring. Like Valmiki ji, Ajamil, and there's so many examples. So, but you're right that in retelling, it's mostly like, yes, they found God and then it was just, Valmiki ji just sat and meditated for 1,000 years. They were all anthill. They don't show that time of frustration. They don't show that time of aridity. That's why the autobiography of
Frustration, aridity, falling back into sin again and again and again and again and again.
Yes, and yet I see the trend line. So you can move, sorry if I'm changing track to more like quantitative. So you may move like that, but I see the trend line from when you first came to now. The trend line is very encouraging for me. So up and down across the trend line, you may go up and down like that, and that may be, you may self-judge yourself in that way. But as your teacher, I can see the movement in the right direction. And with the falling in love with the Divine Mother, it's such auspiciousness. You see, because that boy who came, he would have said, what? All this is rubbish. It's already very. Saint Teresa of Avila, she also talks about so many things, and she talks about times where she had this condition that if any man told her that he likes her, then she had to like him. You see? And in those times, 1600s, early 1600s, a lot of things were probably censored out and things like that, but she tried to be very open with her life. I don't know what is called some affective sort of disorder, where if she heard any man conveying that he likes her, for her it just became like a default that she had to like him back. So she couldn't. Saint Mary of Egypt, yeah, send him that story.
Sex, that's all. Like she had free sex. That's about it. What?
No. Yes. But I feel like the one aspect which he's talking about is in the journey itself, the roller coaster up and down. Yes, I'm sure we'll find. But the main problem is that the devotional retelling then wants to take out all of that. We are attracted to perfection in some way. That's why if you look at teachers like Henry Nouwen, I don't know how to pronounce that name. Henri, Nouwen. En is the last name. Nouwen, yeah. So he talks very beautifully about imperfection on the path and how he still feels. One of the most beautiful teachers I've heard. So, but those are rare, because what happens is that we come for solace, we come for a darshan of that which is beyond, like has left the human condition in some way. We come for a darshan which reminds us of God. So you see, so the teachers who express their frailties, their failings, their temptations, all of those things don't end up becoming as popular as the ones who seemingly don't have any of this. So again, in that front also, with you children, I'm just trying to be as honest with everything, just talk to you openly about things as much as possible. And that's what I feel is the right thing to do, because to make ourselves perfect seeming may help us gain popularity and make the pedestal stronger. But then are we really guiding our brothers and sisters that it's all right, all of us have these things and we are working with them? Yes, but I'm saying if you look at any of the story, it's like doom, and after that, just perfection. Yeah, so that idea of perfection, constantly I'm talking about it. It's just that finality, that perfection. Our mind is very attracted to that because we are looking for our end of suffering, like a final end of suffering. So we are attracted to the idea, and yet I have to be honest with you that I just feel every day that there's so much, I have such a long way to go. So the idea of perfection is very, very far from.
I remember you saying once to us that you wanted to find someone who was like very relatable in the recent past and not somebody. And then you found Bhaiji and you could look up to him. I remember you saying clearly, I want to find someone who's relatable to, not like some 1,000 years old, and somebody who you could feel inspired.
Bhaiji actually, he speaks with the utmost humility. But if you look at his lives, especially the later years, he's having conferences with, like, let's not even get into all of those. Hanuman Podarji. So And that may not be, so I'm there. There's a lot here to be truly humble about. So, what is that bhajan to Divine Mother, my Divine Mother, Blue Lotus Feet? How does it sound?
Engrossed is the feet be of my mind, and the lotus feet of my divine mother. Divine mother, my divine mother. Divine mother, my divine mother. Engrossed is the bee of my mind, at the blue lotus feet of my divine mother. Divine mother, 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 my divine mother. Engrossed is the bee of my mind, at the blue lotus feet of my divine mother. Engrossed is the bee of my mind, at the blue lotus feet of my divine mother. Divine mother, 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 my divine mother.
To find refuge in any representation of the one God is a great gift in our life.
One more thing that came up. Like for very long, I've kind of found this, that one topic, it really torments me, this idea of love and whether I've ever truly loved. And because, like, in a way, love is tied to giving. But with me, it's always been taking. It's been selfish. It's been, even God, I don't know. But that's that's something that really. And one day I was talking to someone, and then they said that about this impersonal love, and an unperceivable one also you talk of. And I think, because I feel like if I don't feel love, I say I don't love, and that's a felt love. But if there is something deeper than that, which is unperceived, which is impersonal, where there's no person involved, then that is more stable. And if I were to find that, then somewhere a lot of things would get cleaned up, I feel like. Because that really bothers me many times.
Yes.
That people who've really loved me have been like very selfish, and I thought that was authenticity, that was honesty, and that's being true to what is true inside. So that's a topic. Yeah.
So if you look at our relationship, if you look at your relationship with the Divine Mother, I know that you have your rationale about it, but I'm not falling for that rationale. Like what you explained about the Divine Mother, I know that We can have a rationale for it, but something is working at a deeper level which is drawing you to her. That is love. Is your love, is your growing, drawing to her, is that purely rational? What is not the rational part is love.
The same thing that keeps us coming back to.
That's what I'm saying. Satsang, because satsang many times can be very irritating. Our intellect can be very burdened, bothered. We may feel many times he doesn't understand what we are saying, what we are going through. Well, it's challenging to have a teacher in front of you who's not just a picture. It's always going to be challenging. But what keeps us coming back is love. Is love. There is no other explanation for it.
I just like to meet it. You're not saying this is meeting, no? Like there's something more.
Everything in this, don't worry. Felt, unfelt, everything. Don't worry. Yes, there's some questions at the back.
Not a question, Father. I wanted to share. So, I just want to say I'm very grateful, and I'm surprised by how there is a colleague of mine in office who is a bit difficult, and for about 7 months her mother has cancer, so she was busy with all that, and I had a lot of space in office. Also I could hear satsangs and have some space for myself, so I would chant and pray. But since last 3-4 days again she has started sitting with me, and it was very she yelled at me on Saturday. And it's hard, but so I Saturday went, Sunday I was at home, I prayed, I forgot about it. Monday again something happened, and so since I was struggling with you had told कि मतलब सत्संग में सिखाते, we don't judge, we can't get irritated, we can't love the hell
out of them.
Yeah, something like that. And I know there is a lot of goodness in her, and she's helped me also a lot. I spoke to Ramdas also about it. He also said कि Ram ji को दे दे, but I was feeling scared to go to work in the morning today, what will happen and recently only Ma had shared in group कि कभी ऐसा बहुत हो तो 20 minutes तक भगवान का कीर्तन करो, आरती करो. तो I tried 35 minutes in the auto. I did that, tried doing it. I sang, I chanted. So I was but as soon as I saw her, I again started avoiding her, and I, in my mind I was getting irritated. I don't want to go near her and all that. So I requested Ramji to show me a way कि क्या करूं, and I was planning to write to Ma, but our meeting started and the whole day went in work only. I did not get time, lunch time maybe, and now shift shared. So it's now I'm feeling I don't know what, and so I got to know from somewhere that she's really struggling with the mental health, and I don't know what I would have been going through if my mother had cancer. And anyway, she has these personal anger issues she has pehle se, and this she must have been very anxious. And so now I'm feeling, and just before satsang I was reading एक भाई जी की बुक आज ही आई, उसमें यही सेंटेंस मैंने पढ़ा कि दिन में थोड़ा समय निकाल के जो भी पाप दिन भर तुमने किए हैं वो भगवान जी को सौंप दो. वो एक्सप्रेस करो और निकाल दो. तो मुझे लगा मेरे से शायद ये गलती हुई फादर की, मैं जज की उसको. और मैं मतलब आई वॉज सो इन्वॉल्व पर्सनली इन इट, आई वॉज नॉट able to keep a distance and like see, empathize with her maybe. So he shared, I'm thankful he shared. Like I have a lot of love for him. I know him, I respect him. He used to come with Ma also for satsang, so we've seen him like 2 years. So I respect him despite all that. He comes for satsang and sincerely he's always tried. And if my brother and somebody, someone else would have judged him or I would not like it. So she's also, I'm just like thankful ki how Ramji is, how ऐसे
He's showing the way in
हाँ,
these ways.
मतलब अपने टाइमिंग पे, ऐसे नहीं जैसे शायद मैं चाहती कि एक आंसर दे दें या क्या. अपने हिसाब से मुझे लग रहा है कि ओके नाउ I know I have to, like I am put in this situation. He gave me space for some time. Now he's again put me in the same thing. So maybe it's time I like try at least to bring God in this situation, bring him in this situation, and not like see the good side and not judge and not get internally irritated. I avoid, I don't confront, I avoid conflict, so I just run away. But see, I'm very grateful father, and it's like magic only कि कैसे उन्होंने. Thank you father.
It is these seemingly small miracles, no, which are very important in our lives, because they deepen our faith. They create the newer pathways to the heart, breaking our old conditioning of anger, resentment, pride. Those negative patterns get broken, and we create newer pathways. Very good. Yes. Zara, you had something for? At least 14, 15. Huh?
No, on that social media point, Father, I wanted to say that mine says that just 5 minutes, just for 5 minutes, what will happen if you don't do it? So, and then it just, how the half an hour goes, they don't even come to know. Been trying, like, I made promises to God, I broke it. Then I tell him, okay, you please help. I don't want to, somewhere, like I just have to be strongly say no, nahi dekhna hai, then go with the name. And also that point, Father, you mentioned about that, don't take the name as if it's like giving you peace or something. And I really feel I want to call my God with love, like remembering him, like not just like, okay, my mind has come Vittal, not like that, like of course I'm like mechanically also I don't want to miss out chanting his name. I realize that importance, but I really want to
Very good.
like
Very
dil
good.
se.
Yeah, very good. Very good. So, peace, love, joy are the side effects of this medicine. Huh? They are the side effects of this medicine, so it's all right to enjoy them, to expect them, but the main effects are beyond this universe. Huh?
I just don't want to say it like a mantra, like
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
but I get you, yeah.
It's better to say it as a mantra rather than not say it. You're saying that, I heard that, that's good. But to remember who we are referring to while we say it is much higher than that. Yeah? Who are we calling out to What a privilege it is that we can call God, that we can call Ram, Krishna, Devi, Jesus, Allah, we can call using His name. Who are we calling? So if we went out and we looked down at the floor, or we were in a park and we said, I can call earth, and the earth hears me and responds to my calling. You see? Then that would be tremendous, isn't it? That I just say earth and the earth hears me and responds to me. I can say sky and everything in the sky hears me and responds to me. These things seem very big, but we don't realize that when we call God, a much, much, much greater, beyond comparison being, you see, the source of all of this, He hears us and responds to us. You see? It's not some regular worldly endeavor. Is it too cold for everyone? We can turn it off for a bit if you cold. You
This side it's okay. It's the last.
can turn it off.
That's why last time I was
We can turn it off a few minutes. I sat there during. Yeah, I remember for some birthday I was sitting there. It's all right. We'll put it on in a few minutes. It's all right. So this is the wonder part of it which I'm trying to convey. This is a good example. Earth and the whole earth hears us, responds to us. Sky and the sky hears us and responds to us. God.
So, Father, when I say Vitthal, He hears me.
Vitthal, yes. Vitthal. And not only do we have the privilege, the honor of calling Him, our very inner instrument is designed to be His resting place, to be His abode where He loves to stay, and it becomes the fertile ground for the holiest meeting with Him. You see, because it would be one thing that we have a connection with Him, that we can call Him, but He's still distant on His holy throne. You see, whatever romantic imagery you want to make out of that. You see, but to call Him and Him actually living at the very center of my being, and for Him to be met there, we have such a tremendously wonderful opportunity. So let me say something less scary than we said last time. Let's not worry about the 84 lakhs, okay? Suppose that we got this opportunity again and again. We got it. No? Now, how many times is it all right to miss the opportunity to meet him? It's not, no? So even if you feel like, okay, now don't worry about these scary things that the sages somehow wanted to do some fear mongering, so they told us. So, but what if it is just constantly available to us? But how many moments is it all right that we don't spend with him? How many days, how many months, how many lifetimes is it all right that we don't spend with him? When we have it, we have such a wonderful opportunity, especially all those in the world, our brothers and sisters who have access to satsang, who have access to pointers that lead to his presence. We must make full use of that.
Can you pray for us?
Always.
Father, can I also share
Yes.
something?
Say, don't worry. Just say, don't worry.
It's a very sensitive topic. So today, while scrolling on Instagram, I saw this web series. It's about a man cheating on his wife and something like a very some thriller series something, and I remembered that before marriage, I have done many sinful things. I have been very, I don't know, the opposite of loyal, disloyal, unloyal, and been around guys, and I realized, like when I saw that series, I judged like what sort of person, and the wife wanted to kill him, shoot him, and I realized in my situation, God didn't do that. He forgave. He forgave. He forgave. And it was just, she was sharing, that's why I got the courage to speak, and also this part that how that God loves, and He didn't put me down. Of course, I keep getting nightmares and dreams about it, and I keep remembering it. I feel like, God, please stop. I know I've sinned, but Ma told that God doesn't show to trouble you. It's passing by and it's gone. And I don't know. I just realized before coming to satsang that he got me here. He just took me in his shelter. Although I don't give justice to him, I don't give the 100% efforts which I'm supposed to. But yeah, he forgave me. That's all I have to say.
So if you just simplify the scary word, no? Sin sound like a very scary word. And in modern day spirituality, it's not very popular to use that. But we look at the simplification of that word as the absence of like love for God, or absence of love for our brothers and sisters, or the not being as loving, as empathetic, as kind, as compassionate, as we have been given the potential to be. So I feel like if you just simplify in that way and we notice our lack of love in the past, then God has given us a life to heal that now. You see? By loving our brothers and sisters, by loving God more and more. You see? So it's really about a love, a surrender, uh, letting go of pride, and living in His presence, in His will more and more. And that's why these beautiful stories of the sages, the histories of the sages, like Valmiki ji, Ajamil ji, Saint Mary of Egypt, all of these are just reassurance for us that there have been many, many, many who have shown a much more absence of love, a much greater hate, a much greater pride, and they have been forgiven and made into saints by His grace. So there's always, He knows only mercy.
The Ajamil story is so like, it's so, my God, mind blowing, because he didn't even call him out.
Yes.
And yet he took that and just gave him a new life. I mean, what mercy, yeah.
So when he was leading a very worldly life full of Maya, then somebody wanted to play a trick on him and get him cursed by some sages. So they send the sages to his house saying, there's a very godly one here and he will serve you well. So you go there thinking that this man is going to disrespect them and he will get cursed by the sages. So what happened is that when the sages went, something happened and he remembered the spark of faith that he used to have at some point in his life. So he served the sages very beautifully. And the sages, and then he asked, what should I name my son, youngest son? Different version of the story, but what should I name my son? And the sages offered to him that call him Narayana. So that's how the youngest son was called Narayana. And that is what saved him. So this, what Tukaram ji said, no? Was it Tukaram ji? That I don't want anything from you, just bless us with the company of sages. Or bless me with the company of sages. Because that's what happens. That's what happens. That when we are blessed with the company of those who serve God, who love God, then auspiciousness has to unfold, even though we may not, like he didn't recognize it immediately. His son was called Narayana. He didn't know that one day it will save him in such a big way. So may God always bless us with the company of sages. And tomorrow, as she's not referred to as a sage, nobody calls her a saint or something, but there's a visitor who's a little older than me, but since the age of 2 years old, she has only served God in the form of devotional singing. No, nothing else has been there from what I hear in her life. So we are blessed to be around the company of such a one. By God willing, it unfolds in this way. So we are blessed in this, in these ways.
Father, we're blessed. I'm very blessed to be around you all. Ma, you, it's, I don't know. You mentioned that day that about the good deeds that he's giving in advance. I don't think ऐसा मैं तो good deeds तो दूर की बात है माँ बहुत बार कहते कि don't even feel you deserve it, like it's his sheer mercy and I feel it. I don't know how I met you and Ma, I have no idea, and it's, I hope I follow you, Father. Yeah, I follow you both. That's all.
Bless you always, bless you. Much more than, I know I've been hearing this report from some of you that what good deeds must we have done to be in satsang, but I also want to say that there is nothing in my life which I've done well or lovingly or in so much devotion to get all of you such beautiful children, such beautiful friends, such beautiful brothers and sisters. It's all of you are God's mercy on me. And may He keep me honest, may He keep me humble, and may this life be in service to all of you. Even if externally, if it seems like I am up on the pedestal and you are down in comparison, may the reality of it always be that may I never forget that I am here to serve all of you. I am the servant actually. May I not forget this, because the pedestal makes you forget Him. So may in His grace and mercy, may I not forget this. May this outer Maya not convince me of our inner position. Because if I don't serve you, bring you to Him, show you His glory, praise His light, then what use is this so-called freedom? If you just have a sense, after 30 years of satsang, is here, and it's time for this body to go. If I leave you all just with this sense that He is real and He is here, I feel I would have done my job. Yes.
Father, I don't know what I want to say,
but just I feel like so much to talk. Maybe I'm sounding mad.
That's always good.
My heart is beating so fast. My heartbeat is 100. It's never like that.
Yeah? Did you have too much coffee? Or? Want to share about your...
My heart is like, I don't know, I just want to talk and I'm sounding mad, sorry.
Mad is good.
You know, I feel shy, but I want to still say.
Please.
I don't know what to say, but I'm sounding mad, Father.
What is the most absurd thing you can say? Start with that. That will be the end of the shyness.
I don't know, Father. I feel like it's not coming out.
Just start.
It's feeling like when you said no, that if we can have the faintest sense that God is here,
The faintest sense that God is here.
if you can leave us with
Yes,
that,
exactly.
that, you know, that to begin to stay like, to see that faith is a meeting, to begin to see that faith is entering into this magic called Radharani or whatever you call them. No? I want to say all these things,
Yeah,
Father.
please.
I want to cry. Am I too foolish to say all that? You won't say. Anyways, you will not tell me on my face if I'm being foolish.
It is very important to be foolish.
I feel like I want to say because it's coming and I'm just holding back, you know, like I'm feeling I'm holding back and my heart started racing so fast. And each time I have to really say something, my heart races like that. I just want to. I want to say that to live like this is amazing. I can't believe we can live in faith like this.
Yes.
That we can encounter her
Yeah.
as we do in Satsang over and over. That's like, wow, Father.
It is wow.
And like we should always only celebrate that we live in her.
Yeah.
You know? I feel like
Let's close this deal right now.
I'm closing it over and over with you.
Where else? Some paperwork?
No, it's I forget it.
No, it's
I-
very important.
I f-
If we learn, if we remember to always live in His presence, which is the same as living in Him, and the doorway is that heart temple, and to stay there with faith, even in spite of mind resistance, in spite of all the struggle, is very important.
I feel like it's not.
I was just talking about this, like all of you at some point or the other, if not all, I'm exaggerating, but most of you at some point have told me the mind says. My mind says. Why do we say that? No. wait. If there was, in the sense that if there was somebody on the street who just saying some random thing, not come to satsang and say, this random stranger was saying some nonsense. So many times I notice that when you say this is what the mind says, it is because at least a little belief has already gone to what it says. And you're bringing it up, hopefully, for it to be chopped and removed. But sometimes, not in this case, I don't know what the mind said in this case, we'll hear that, but sometimes it feels like a validation in that moment of something that I'm believing, but it seemed too scary to say I feel. So let me just say the mind says. But if we remembered that he's completely off the mark. No? If you just remembered, what does it matter if the mind says? The mind is talking about a grain of sand, whereas our life is with the Lord of the universe. See?
You know what the mind says?
Yes, no, I don't know.
Exactly that it would be unbearable to be fully one with God, because it's too much. It's too much to experience. Just already a little bit of love.
It will be too much for it. The voice of separation may not survive that meeting, or may be left as a very feeble shell. You see? So that is what it is scared of. They're saying you won't survive it because it knows that it won't survive it. It will be left as a mere shadow of the power that it had.
Like the human body can really not sustain, but receive all these, like this unlimitedness.
In our existence, there are various layers.
Mm-hmm.
The body is not the container for the heart. Is it?
It's the other way around.
Exactly. So the being, the I amness, is the container for this whole universe. Obviously, it cannot be contained in the body. The body is nothing. Even compared to the universe, it is nothing. But compared to the being itself, the whole universe is nothing.
Compared to the being itself?
The body is nothing compared to the universe. So if you try to fit the universe in the body, obviously it won't survive. But the whole universe is nothing compared to being itself. You see? And that being is I am. And that I amness lives in your heart.
Father, that I amness is God, right?
No.
That's the
God's
thing we
presence.
give to God.
Yeah.
Like,
Say that again.
It's from the beginning.
Say that again. The
Which one?
beingness is nothing for the universe, you said?
So the body is too small to contain the universe?
Yeah.
Yes. The universe is too small to contain the being.
Okay.
Yes? In the same way that the body is tiny, the universe is tiny for God, for consciousness. So this being, he stays in your heart. Is it? So that inside, that inner instrument that we are talking about, obviously there is not enough room in the body to contain this holy place. So the mind, because it relates to phenomenal objects. So now it is saying that how will you fit the Lord of the Universe in this body? This body will explode or will not survive. But that is never something for us to worry. If God is coming to meet us, do you feel like He'll designate the wrong meeting place by mistake and say, oops? Okay, maybe the next one. Who else is meditating? So God is just this one is doing some deep contemplative prayer. She's sitting empty. Let me pay her a visit. But he forgets that he can't visit in the body. So he just shows up in the body and the body goes boom. And God is just like, oops, okay, let me scan who else is praying right now. That's not it. No? So all by his design, he knows where the meeting has to happen. It is outside, that's what I'm saying, it's outside time and space. Our meeting with him will not be in the world. We don't meet the Atma itself as a worldly object. The world can only contain objects.
Yes.
You see, every thing in the world has to have location, has to have duration, has to have these things. But the Atma is not bound by these.
It's true.
So we don't have to worry about that. The mind may not have that kind of power that is used to having over our lives after the holy meeting.
But I have experienced this, that, I was not inside the body. The body is inside of me.
Yeah.
And I have no form, and I'm just witnessing the body.
Yeah.
So this mind is very tricky because I know it. I know it in my heart. I have seen it. It's not even a
That
faith.
knowing is faith, exactly.
It's not even faith. It's a knowing. It's
That
a
knowing
knowing.
is another name for it is faith.
But I have seen it
Yes,
as this.
because maybe
is
there's a misunderstanding about what we think faith is. Like, if you're taking faith to be something that we don't know, we just believe. That is not faith. Faith is what we know beyond the mind. So when we're deepening in our faith, it is not deepening in a sort of belief that we can't validate. No, we are deepening in what we know in our heart more than anything we could ever know really here. That is faith. Is it?
Okay. But the point was...
Sorry.
No, but thank you for saying that, because I was thinking that faith equals belief. But the point was, how come that I can still believe in the mind when I know it's just, coming, going, not the truth, not me, not who I essentially am?
Yes. How come?
Yeah, how come? The design, God's design, that's it. And even one day, I don't want to brag, but can I?
You can brag.
No, it's not bragging,
Okay.
but
You cannot brag.
but at the beginning of when I started to listen to Guruji's pointings, and I was going to Sahaja, and I was very, very dedicated and meditating a lot, and it was so incredible what I was hearing, and it felt so true, and that it was really what I wanted to find since I was a kid. That I was meditating a lot, and one day I really saw the thing becoming subtler and subtler and subtler, and then I zoomed out of my body, zoomed out from the Portugal and planet Earth, and so far away in the universe, but still keeping this thread from myself, you know. And you know when Guruji says two eyeballs watching, like looking in the universe, but no SD card, it was exactly that. I mean, it was just pure looking, pure witness. And then at that moment I felt, but this thing that, you know, like this bundle of thoughts that is my whole world for my whole life is just, but not even a grain of sand. It's nothing. It's nothing. So this, I felt it in myself and outside of myself, that I am not that body. But still, the mind says, oh, it would be unbearable, I'm going to explode. And I believe it. And when I say I believe it, I can see also that this I is a construct. This is just a thought believed in. And as you say, you know, the only thing to do is to see it as a thought. And let this body do what it has to do. But
yes, it's very good.
So frustrating.
No, it's very good.
No.
To remind yourself of this is very good.
Yes.
You see? So what happened there? You recalled a beautiful experience which is pointing you to the magnificence of what you really are in reality. And then the mind offered a turn, which is towards frustration. Like this. So don't go there. Stay in the glory of reality. Stay in the glory of God. And you say beautifully that it's your own insight. It's your own insight which the mind tries to contaminate and mix up and say, no. You see? It's the doubting Thomas in the head.
Even what?
It's the doubting Thomas in the head.
Yes.
Which will say, no, it didn't really happen, you're faking it.
I know that for sure not.
Exactly.
I was being shown that if the mind says whatever it wants to say, to not just go with it, but to really check in your heart if it's true first. Because in Satsang, I see some questions coming and it's actually reporting what my mind is saying. But it's like, okay, let me go check. Really, do I really hate that person? Really, can I not love that? You know, like such questions which felt to them, when the mind says them, very true. But I said, okay, let me look within and see for myself. Why am I just believing that thought? And when you really truly look, you see that it's completely not true. I don't want to hate. My heart doesn't want to hate anyone. It's really, it wants to trust more. It wants to follow what you're saying more than it wants to, what it's proposing me to do or feel or make true. And it really helps because I'm
really
seeing
helps.
it's just like,
because the mind is like, we often use the term the mind, like, but who is actually calling?
Who is it
Remember
talking
we used to
to
say in
me?
Satsang, we pick up the phone, a thought comes, you see, and it says, who is this? And it says, it's you. Then why do I need this voice to talk to myself. I already know what you're going to tell me. You see? So we don't interrogate this one and really check, so who are you? Who are you representing here? So when we check on that, it loses its strength and we are able to fall into our heart and check what God's guidance is, what God's will is in that moment. Because there if we check, then we know it is God. You see? But here if we check, who is it? It's Karthik calling Karthik. It's a good movie name. It's like, why do I need a phone call to talk to myself? In the form of this communication called thought. How can a thought tell me something that I don't know? If it is my thought, you see, then the access it has to intelligence or knowledge is what I already know. Sometimes just we can look at it in these ways and see that this bundle of thoughts, as it is called, is representing nothing in reality, nobody in reality.
You used to say that. I mean, I could, but till I learned from you how to check in my own heart, then I could see that it's just completely lying. I mean, when I could really check for myself, that is that really true about how I'm really feeling, or I'm just believing something it's telling me to believe, you know, that. But if you hadn't taught us how to go there and to at least wait for an answer rather than quickly believe what it's saying as the gospel truth, or, you know, that's how I'm feeling.
And that's what the transition in the last 5-6 years in Satsang is, that even this, if you try and do godlessly, is very difficult. You see, just observe who is the one who's talking, who is it representing. It's very difficult. But if God is there as an anchor, the heart is there as an anchor, then it's much easier. It's not easy, but it's much easier.
Oh, it's something like Sama said when she was narrating that story, and I was in my head arguing with my own brother, whatever. And she said, like, she just reminded us that you just hand over that situation to God. And, you know, you just doing that, then you're back in your heart and you can check, do I really hate that one? Do I really not know how to love? I mean, do I really want to curse somebody? And you're like, no, I don't. I mean, I that's not true. And just recognizing, no, that's not true, kind of changes something. But without, like you said, but without that feeling of God, Father, we would not have known that.
Anchored in God's love, all this is much simpler.
Yeah. So otherwise it seems very mechanical, and you're in your head and you're like this head is trying to figure out whether it's a head or not.
Exactly.
And it's like, it just felt so loopy.
That's true, exactly. Mira. What is it?
Yeah, going back to the thoughts, you agree that we don't willingly choose to have a thought. A thought is coming. And then maybe we have the choice to discard it or to believe in it, right? But definitely this is God's design, no? To bring those thoughts. I don't know, maybe some personalities, some people have less thoughts than others. I don't know. But, and what is, maybe it's not a satsang question, but more like, yeah, I would like to know, like, where does those thoughts come from? I don't see them coming. It's just, you know.
Don't see them.
Huh?
Don't see them?
No.
Okay, just wait. How is this thought perceived? It's perceived, no?
Yeah, it's perceived.
How are you? What is your... So, when I was started sharing satsang, I used to presume that everybody perceives their thoughts in the same way.
Yeah, like
I
visually.
would perceive my thought like going like this. The thought coming like that, it would feel like it's coming like this. Then some said, no, we don't perceive, we just hear. You see? And some say, no, it doesn't go like that. For us, it's like neon sign. It just shows up and then it goes like that. So, but whatever way we perceive, they are energy constructs which are perceivable. That's how we decipher the language.
Yeah.
So we were saying, what is the language of your thoughts?
Yeah.
No? And you said mostly French, did you say?
I thought about it.
Yeah.
It's like if I'm gonna think of a conversation that I had or that I'm gonna have with someone whom I speak English with, it's gonna be in English.
Yes, it doesn't do auto dubbing.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Same as French and Japanese.
Imagine, so we are having this conversation in English.
Yes.
And she's going back and thinking about it. And Ananta is talking the perfect French.
Have a mini Google Translate.
That will be a good feature to add to it.
Soon with the, soon with the implants in the wrist. God, Father, please save us from this. But it's another topic.
So thoughts are perceived.
Yeah.
So then what to do with that perception? When we're calling something a perception, attention is already on it. Isn't it? That's why we're saying perception. Now just with attention, does it give birth to a me? Does it add to identity?
I feel it's very difficult to see a thought, just like a cloud, just passing by.
How you perceive the thought?
So usually it's images.
The thought is an image of?
Like a memory.
Yes, that's the memory.
So I would see the scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then? The narrative is how? The narration
okay,
is
the narrative. I would say, it's difficult to say.
Yeah.
I would say I hear a voice.
You hear a voice?
Yeah. Like.
Is it a male voice or female voice?
Like female voice.
Yes? Like it sounds like you?
I would say so.
Can you check on this? It could be, because it would be interesting.
Yeah,
because in my case, I don't hear it as audio.
Yeah. It's my
So
voice.
you see the scene, and suppose there's no scene. It's just something, like it's just...
Okay, could be.
I don't want to eat this for breakfast.
Yeah, or maybe recently I had something like I felt that I was not included, and so I had this feeling of rejection, and I was going out, like on the street, back to my place.
There's a bigger club for not included.
Okay.
So you were included for feeling not included. Everybody in this room is part of that club which feels not included, including me. So we all included in the feeling not included club.
Non-included anonymous.
Not included and anonymous.
We can help each other.
Yes. There are secret gatherings every week.
So, when this happened, there was a narrative of the one who has been rejected, and that was sad, and there was feelings, and I could have fed into it, but then I started to inquire, like, okay, who is sad? Because
who
also
is not included?
And where does it feel hurt?
Yeah.
Why is it so personal?
Yeah.
And also recently I did a checkup, like it was Ayurvedic thing called the Veda Pulse, and it's a quite detailed analysis of also mental patterns and stuff like this. And there was something like tendency to have wrong or to make wrong conclusions. Wow.
You know,
so helpful.
I should copy this business model. Because I could give that same report to everybody. It is not possible to make the right conclusion in the head.
It's very freeing actually to have this pointed out.
This is very good.
So good.
We can start an ashram soon.
Please, yes.
Mental analysis. Something, main point. Tendency to make the wrong conclusion.
You feel left out, you feel the three things.
And we can be stronger. No? Tendency, effect of tendency 100%. 100% making the wrong conclusion.
Percentage also.
There is no such thing as the right conclusion in the head.
Like Byron Katie's work. It's just great for that.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
What would you be without that story?
Oh my God. Just like.
What about this one?
Like what?
What would you be without the story of this? Just messing around.
No, please keep on. Even so freeing is again a story, and it's someone who got it or something. It's
where to go to make the right conclusion. Oh, this is very good.
Not here.
So suppose we gave 100 reports, no? And nobody cross-checked with each other. But one day they all 100 gathered somewhere. What does it say in your report? It's the same report for everyone. The tendency to make wrong conclusions. But the tendency lies on the fact that the wrong conclusion don't have the label wrong, no? They have the label right. That I am so right. This is like this only. This is like that only. You see? So I was sharing with someone today that if we are ever in that space that we think we know exactly this is how it is, no? Then know that it is completely not how it is. You see? Unless it is coming from God in the heart. Now, we need a lot of staying in the heart to also make that conclusion that it's coming from the heart. Many times we are very quick to rush in and say, my heart is telling me, I know really in my heart. Unless we spend a lot of time with God, we can't rush to that conclusion also, because the mind then can take charge of that idea.
I totally feel. Sorry.
But the beautiful thing is that once we surrender to God, then the need to make even conclusions which are intuitive or heartfelt is not overriding in our life. I don't need to know.
Yeah.
So you get
like we are constantly in this mode of I need to know. So what is this? Is it good? Is it bad? Is it right for me? Is it wrong for me? Is it correct? Did I do the right thing? Did he do the right thing? So we're constantly in that mode which is so tiring, and they're all rubbish. You see, all these conclusions are all rubbish. Then when we get introduced to the spiritual path, then we feel like now I have a superpower that my heart can tell me what conclusion to make. No? We can just rely on that. That, oh yes, now it is. But many times, unless we have been at it for weeks, years, decades, can we really trust the fact that the mind is not tricking us in that? The mind can easily say, in the most beautiful French, you see, this is this. I wish I had, if I knew some beautiful French, but I don't. But it can very much pretend as if it is the heart. So remember that even that which we feel so justified and clear that this is coming from my heart, we should check. We should be patient with it. We should stay with it. We should refer to the words of sages. We should refer to scripture before we jump into a conclusion about what our heart is saying.
I totally agree with you in what I can say. I don't hear so much, and I don't, as you say, like hearing the voice of the heart or God, but I very much know the feeling of wanting to be right.
Yeah.
And it's very contracted, and it's, I remember one day, maybe 10 years ago, I realized that any conversation, I was just on the top of the chair, just waiting to give my point. It was just on first gear all the time. And one day I felt a little back up, or I felt, oh, wow.
Yeah, I can live like this.
Nice, But definitely I'm very aware of this energy of wanting to be right, and it's not nice at all.
You're right about this?
Absolutely! I know. Thank you for catching me.
I don't want to become an Advaita policeman.
Yes, please. Like, go in all the corners and...
As long as the spirit of it is starting to get ingrained somewhere, the spirit of it will take care of the cleanup. The cleanup. It's like the guidance system has been installed. We're still used to taking some turns here and there, but it will take care of it over a period of time if we learn to just keep returning to that. So it doesn't have to be micromanaged, like it doesn't have to be no, but this, but that, but that. No, because the job is to install the right system, and then that will do the cleanup. It's a very staggering thing. No? Can we feel right about anything which is not a notion? Can we feel right about something which is not a concept? And hopefully all of us are now mature enough to see that a notion can either be complete garbage or at best very incomplete insight which is expressible in language. But we rely on that in our lives as if it is the gospel truth. This is how it is. What are we talking about?
When I was talking, I was feeling very vulnerable. and I don't know who took the mic. I think she took it, and it felt bad that I am really trying to open up, and I felt bad. Then I felt squeezed, and I heard what you said. And I know none of this is true. I can now say, but I have to say it out because there's some kind of image around this stuff, right? That I want to show I'm so sorted somewhere. I don't want to show it. I mean, I want to show it. Yeah. So I have to say it out to slap it. So done with it. Because it first, like I want to say a few things. It was trying to suck me. It was trying to take me away from her, take me away from what I'm finding. And also I see like this is that old way, old tendency, like you said, that it does its cleanup. And I can see it's like all this has to go. I don't want to give in to it. I'm not going to. It took me a bit to. I felt ignored by you. I felt like I'm saying my heart is beating fast and I want to say it, and nobody seems to give a damn about it. And that was the narrative. And it felt very true for some time. But then I saw the choice.
Yes.
Because I don't want to stop being with her. She's come after so long, I feel. She's come to me, I feel now. And in a little, her shadow has come. And I want to just not let her go at all. I'm not going to let her go over my issues that are rubbish, actually. Yeah, I feel happy seeing it.
Very good. Very happy. This is how we grow in maturity. So, beautiful sharing from the heart. Then something happened, and the mind starts to clutch up a bit. It starts to, like everything changes. It tries to change the inner atmosphere, the inner climate changes. Now maturity is to spot the difference and say that this texture of my insides is not auspicious for me. It may be feeling very right.
Yeah.
It may be feeling very true, but it is not helping my closeness with God.
Can I say how it felt in that moment? That like this same one was attacking me in the afternoon also, and I shared with you. I felt like, how is she, like, why am I still feeling her so strong, like in my own way, whatever is I'm feeling her, like, how am I still feeling her? And then I felt like I'm being told that value it, otherwise she'll go. And when will I find her, Father?
Very good.
I don't want her to go now.
We can never take it for granted.
Yeah.
Never take it for granted. Because it is not that she will go.
Yeah,
It is that we may just make it about something else.
About me.
Exactly.
I mean, me.
Exactly.
What, like you said, it's so different. And it's so like, yeah.
That we become more and more clear that this inner environment, which is me focused, is just not palatable anymore. Is just not something that we want to stand. Although in that moment something also feels very good about it. Like,
Yeah.
I'm so right. What happens to me is so wrong. You see, all of these things.
And also it told me, I just want to expose it because I want to just mock this ego, because it tells me that you just began to share and your sharing was so rubbish. Okay, and log kya kahenge? People think, and all these things, like why are you so foolish to expose yourself like that? You're not supposed to share, you're bragging, you all that. And that plus the ignore that you're being ignored, these two things, it's so far from her love.
Exactly.
I just want to live in that. I'm going to Father.
Bless you. Bless you.
Yeah.
Bless you. Very good. This is very good. Because to clutch up for a moment, to notice and to open up again. That's it. You see, and then you see that, like right now it may seem like it lasts a few minutes and then like that, then shorter. Not, you can't generalize, but soon it'll just be.
Because it's so, like, she is so impersonal and she's allowed entry into her. Why will I want to go back? I want to just die in that way, not in this way, because this way dying is horrible. And that way dying is like, I'm dying in love. I'm dying in a place I can't believe. I can't believe I landed up here, Father. I want to, like, I can't believe
This
it,
is the
Father.
mode.
I want to speak about that awe that you were talking about. I'm in awe nowadays. Like last few days I feel, क्या है ये? क्या हो गया? कैसे हो सकता है ऐसे, Father? It's so beautiful. थोड़ा सा ही सही प्रभु प्रभु है. It's so beautiful.
So
Sorry.
remember that when you're in God's presence, can anything happen to you which is outside His will? Can anything happen to you which is outside her will? Even when you're not, it can't be.
Yeah.
So especially when you're in God's presence, why do you have to worry about what happens to the me? Only His will, no? Only her will.
I can't process it. Go slowly, Father.
The mind will still use opportunities, like he said something which is very similar to what you're saying. We finished 2 hours of sadhana, and our expectation can be that I've done 2 hours of focused prayer, now my day is going to go amazing. We come out and the first opportunity the mind gets.
It gets,
You see? So, in the same way, as you're sharing from your heart, as you're sharing in her light, then it will use the first opportunity it gets. It will use like, okay, now this, and ta-da! Like,
this is my poke, Father.
you
This
remember
one.
You remember the screw tape letters?
Yeah.
Where this man is reading, he's deepening, he's contemplating everything being read.
Food, hungry.
And he's going to pick up the next book. Then Screwtape sends a messenger saying, just put that thought that now what you do is you walk to the place for a meal, have that meal, then the rest of the day you can spend just immersed in God. So what happened? We can all predict. He went for the meal, never came back to the book, never came back to the
That's how it felt today, Father.
This is how it works. And the smallest, if we give it 1 inch, it'll take it'll take your whole antakarna.
Because it's like with God, we have to give our everything in that moment. I can't carry myself there. I have to throw myself there. I want to, Father. I just want to stay there, and
And we become more and more that she is the one talking through me. She is the one talking through me. She is the one using this body. You see?
Father, today I felt a lot of dilemma, like a lot of back and forth when I wanted to share. And I felt confused. Like, I felt very confused.
It's okay. It's completely okay. It's like the switchover of power. No? The switchover, they're going from manual to automatic. I don't drive, but hopefully it'll be like this, that many times when you're just starting to go into learning automatic, then you're still reaching for the gear to change.
Yeah, because I didn't know if I'm like forcing myself or it's coming from my heart.
Exactly.
Am I bragging? Am I, you know, I just wanted to tell you face to face.
Yeah.
I don't know that. I don't know why, Father. I'm crying
That's
also.
That's very good.
I just wanted to just come in front of you, Father. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I'm crying.
It's all good, and nothing can get in the way of that. What is deepening in all our lives is not subject to the functioning of this world. You see? So don't let your mind convince you about something. You see? So if you wanted to share something with me, then nothing gets in the way of that.
Yeah, I feel like all this social construct, my kids. First of all, I don't want to call them my kids. I'm sorry, I love you all, but still, your new kids. And really, Father, I don't want to be in the teacher role at all. Nothing coming to teach. I have just to want to be her child, your child. I want to. So, all this I want to break out of, Father. I'm gonna come up even if it's annoying and just say it, because this image and all now, if I have the chance to break it, why not, Father? You know, like, I want to come out of it. I felt today like that's what was getting squeezed also, that what will these kids say, that, you know, she was not heard. What will the others say? Oh, what is she trying to brag? Is she trying to get attention? Is she getting attention? Not just the kids will not say this, the others will say. I feel then
So kids will say
that क्या बकवास बोल रही है, like इसका तो कोई सुनता ही नहीं है, अच्छी बात है, she deserves it. I'm just saying that this is the mind. Some of them, not all of them, few of them I feel would say like this, and the others will say,
and rest of the brothers and sisters will say
क्या बकवास है, attention
she's just
seeking,
trying to get
attention. What she's bragging that about, like this presence and what she's going through. What's the need of saying it? Like, when you come to it, you don't say it. And so I was so struggling with these things, and I wanted to.
Very good.
My heart wants to dance.
So when you
also.
notice the me at the center of either construct, the me at the center of either construct, just grab that as a great opportunity. Acha, now I can grab you and give you to God.
Yeah.
Can you do that? Yeah? So we change the construct of it being oppressive. Like here what started to happen is, oh yes, come to God. Yeah? Like, oh, you showed yourself, come, I catch you, I give you to God.
So like for me to tell you is to give it to God. Like right now I feel like I'm doing that, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But I'm saying in that
when moment,
you notice that it sold you on this story of the me and how it will be judged, then it creates that. We made a short clip of that. One of you made that short clip of that. When it creates a sort of feeling of a me, a sense of a me. It's not a feeling, it's not a sense, it's not an idea. It's just you notice that something is there. When you notice that something is there,
Yeah, just give it to
you
her
see, I
quickly.
spot it. This is the one that gets in the way of my love for you, Lord. Please take him.
Yeah.
Oh, my, kiss him.
Yeah, I hear you. Okay, I'll do this, Father.
Just like that. So then we start looking for it as an opportunity, because
Hmm.
otherwise it is learned to hide.
Well, somehow it's happening also, Father.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
it's happening that I can't, I'm seeing how I can't, like, I can't, uh, what are the words? I can't cater to this one.
Yeah.
I cannot cater to this one. Like, what happened today was a big thing for me, Father, because I would have gone with it. And I had my like next 4 hour plan ready with it. Literally, I had, Father, and it's a miracle for me actually.
These are
That because
miracles.
it's a miracle for
No,
me.
these are miracles. To snap out of the me into God. These are the important miracles.
And even to say all this, okay, it's like raw as hell for me. But me, who cares actually? Let
That's what
it
I'm
just
saying.
get
Don't even.
lost. Yeah. Yeah, Father.
Yeah.
The other contrast is too good.
Exactly.
I'm just gonna be busy there, I feel.
Very good.
I'm
But
not
remember, the first part of the process has to be done even when aridity is there.
Yeah. The first part,
Because
the
it's
giving of the
easier
meat.
now,
Yeah.
right now, because you're feeling that sweetness, you're
Yeah,
feeling
too
that love,
much.
joy.
Yeah.
But that these are not constants. The
Yeah, yeah.
outpouring will change, it'll keep us humble, all these things will
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah.
So remember that the letting go of the me,
Yeah.
without relying on the anchor of sweetness, without relying on the anchor, even if it feels completely dry.
Yeah. 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 I wouldn't know yet. Yeah. I'll remember. Might be so hard that time,
That's
Father.
what I'm saying. Like that is the challenge.
Yeah,
Because right
because
now
right
you're
now
seeing
it's.
this, you can revert to the
Yeah.
sweetness. Who will want to exchange that?
Yeah.
You see, but the sheer love for God in pure faith with no experience.
But I don't really have an experience.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but like I
you're
have a
tasting
blast
that.
of presence,
You're
yeah, like
tasting
that,
that
yeah.
sweetness. You're
Yeah.
tasting the outpouring.
Yeah.
So when we have to rely just on our faith,
Yeah. That'll be really hard.
that's
And it has been. Like, because love for God has been there and it's been really difficult when like right now I just feel like where have I landed up like that. But when I'm not in this, it would be very, very hard. I can imagine. I'll remember, Father. I hope I remember that. It's not as easy.
we all learning.
Yeah.
It's very good. That's
It's also so humbling. Like ऊपर चढ़ा के नीचे फेंक दो. Bhagwan is like very humbling like that. I'm very grateful. Because I just fly off, I
That's
feel.
what I was trying to say. That
Yeah.
if, as you're sharing from God's presence,
Yeah.
then know that all reactions and all that are His business. What people are thinking, saying, doing, mic got taken, not taken, people were valuing what we said, all of that is because God is
Yeah,
using the
yeah.
body as an instrument. It's not our business to worry.
I really hear this. Like, I really hear this.
It's very important.
Yeah, because if she's here and
Exactly.
I'm hers,
Exactly.
then
What
कोई
business?
हाँ टेंशन नहीं है एक्चुअली.
Exactly.
और दुनिया में क्या चल रहा है उनकी प्रॉब्लम है. It's her problem what's happening in the world, not mine, right? But I forget this, Father, over and over.
Yeah, the mind makes us forget.
Yeah. I keep forgetting, but
It
right now it's
it doesn't make us forget. It offers us
that pokey
narratives
stuff.
which
Yeah.
seem compelling, and then we
Yeah.
forget in that.
Yeah. They'll get loosened up, no, these ones.
Of course.
They'll
Like,
vanish,
this
no.
is very good.
Yeah.
Like you were saying. So maybe the child who first came to satsang would have sat on it for 4 weeks. Maybe the one few years back would have been 4 days. Maybe this one a few days back would have been 4 hours, like you said.
Yeah,
And this
yeah.
was 4 minutes.
Yeah, it was.
So let that become 4 seconds, 4 milliseconds. It's
Just
very-
have to choose her.
Absolutely.
Just have to choose her. This is that whatever happens in the world is not like it's hers to look after, no? I have to completely forget about
And be
myself.
vigilant to the fact that the play of Maya will always try to pull you out.
Today you came
It's
to
not going to
Satsang and
say,
said,
come, you're doing very well, do more, live in God's presence.
Father, we're very, like, it's like that, it takes you out.
Well, it tries. That
Yeah.
your muscles will build up so it
Okay.
won't feel like that.
There are 2-3 topics which are like that. Otherwise, I can still like just say what is this, but
In all our lives, there are just 2, 3.
yeah.
So that's why we're very limited.
Yeah, we are actually. And the same stuff gets us out. It's crazy.
Always.
Kiko, sorry.
It's very.
It's 9 o'clock.
Okay, so tomorrow, all of us welcome to go. If you want to go to the airport, you're very welcome to join. We leave from here, no? We leave from here. 6 we leave from here. What time is the landing?
8:15.
8:15 is the landing.
I think there'll be
6 will be peak traffic. No?
It's okay, but she'll come out by 8:30 only. So they'll have bags and
No, 6 or 6:15 by the time we leave.
What is the usual commute time from here to the airport in peak traffic? The 1.5. And worst case? 2. No? So 2 is safe. So let's say worst case is 2. So we don't want.
6:30 to 8:30 by the time that flight lands and you come out. 6
Then
o'clock
it'll
there. Also, if we just have a count of how many are going, it would just be easy to create that account. I know those ones. Shiv and
Other hand was up. She knows.
I know those ones. I've already counted that. Ananta-Part, did you put your hand up? I didn't see it. Huh?
She is good.
Yeah, okay. So I think we'll be under 21.
Where is Park? Not feeling well?
Dear Father,
He's just the sweetest one. So you got count? How much?
Yeah, so we need 20, so it's not 13. It's much more. It's either 13 or 20, so there's no.
20.
Okay. I mean, it already counted 12.
Yeah,
Now they're much
it's okay.
more.
So 20. But not more than 20.
No, my mind works.
We can get an additional cab.
Yeah.
They'll also be coming back.
Yeah, we counted them as 12. And then we have 8 more, which is like Ananta-Part, 8. It's like 2 and 4 is 6. And yeah, only 6 people put their hands up now. Only 6 who had one. I think I make a mistake.
So Friday evening we have a satsang, which is going to be bhajan, abhangs singing. We have some musicians coming and
In the camera?
yes, most likely in the Kendra. It's the wall has been constructed. There's some reconstruction happening in my house, so that is done. But the plastering and painting is not yet done. So let's see. Even if they plaster a bit, I feel we can do that.
Yeah, we can.
Father,
Mm-hmm.
is she coming to Bangalore to visit the Sangha?
Yes. I feel like we've confused her a lot. Like we just told her we're waiting to see you. So her team said, "So are we organizing a program?" We said, "No, not really." So what are we going to do? It's not very clear. So and she's still coming. So that's very sweet of her.
I like what you shared about her.
Yeah. A beautiful singer.
Is there any way to read more about her somewhere?
No, we haven't read anything actually about her really. It's just that when was it? Just when I was unwell or before I was unwell, maybe 1 year before I was unwell. I just found her music on Spotify and just kept hearing it a lot. And something in my heart just feels very connected with the way she shares her singing. It's not no drama, no nothing. Like you can tell just listening to her that she doesn't want anything personally out of it. So that touched me a lot. And then I just felt like let's reach out to them and see what happens. I don't know how it really unfolded and how it will unfold. I don't know what the next few days will be like, but I'm very, very joyous at that prospect.
Thank you for that, Father.
Yes, we can share some links. And somebody has their hand up. Okay, maybe we just, I know it's really late, but let me hear Helena because she hardly puts her hand up. I want to see it. Okay, okay, 1 minute prayer is now. Okay, so we pray for 1 minute and then. Very good, thank you. All right, let's go to Helena.
Hello, Ananta-ji.
Hello, my love.
I will be short. I was wanted to reach out because I feel that I'm so many times postponing my chance to get closer to you, uh, and I don't want that.
Very good.
Yeah, but I often don't have any questions because all the pointers are clear,
Very good.
and I can recognize mind playing, so I don't need to bring that up. But still, there is something that maybe it's a fear that I to stay away or not get involved. Also with the sangha.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to expose that. Just.
Very good, my dear. I'm so happy you came up, and that's the right spirit to have. That when you notice this hiding in you, it's just very good to put your hand up. I'm very happy to meet you in this way, and I send you all my love, all my blessings, and thank you for taking this step. And you're always welcome. Anytime you feel like, even if you feel there's no question to ask, but something feels like I don't want to come up, I want to hide, just like this is very good. It's very good. Very happy. Bless you. Bless
Thank you so much. Bless you too. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
राम राम फादर।
राम राम जी, राम राम। बहुत अच्छा लगा आपकी बेटी
आपका
के मैंने मार्क्स
बहुत धन्यवाद।
मैंने मैंने आपकी बेटी के वो जो परीक्षा के जो नंबर आए, रिजल्ट आया, वो देखा। बहुत 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 प्रसन्नता हुई मुझे देख के। बहुत आशीर्वाद मिला।
धन्यवाद। थैंक यू। धन्यवाद। जिस चलते में आपके प्रभु जी विराजमान रहते हैं, इसमें आपने हमें भी याद रखते हैं।